Hey guys, it's Thursday 24th. I wanted to talk to you about Christmas, New Year's, goal setting, and puddle jumping. I'm going to go a few other topics as well, because there's a few things I want to cover that I've been reminded of and that I have been through with my coach recently, and I think you'll take some value from. So let's start with puddle jumping. A little while ago you saw me post a video about puddle jumping, going shallow in any field, and how challenging that is versus taking the time to swim deep into a particular field. Puddle jumping or cock hopping or any of these things that you may have seen spoken about by other people before speak about this next best thing analogy, this desire to keep jumping, keep hopping, believing something better is around the corner. Grass is grass, as someone said a long time ago. When you think the grass is greener, when you spend your life perpetually looking on someone else's plate, perception has a very strange filter to it. Perception has very romantic connotations, and we see once again somebody's highlight reel versus their backstage, so it can be challenging to see what's truly there. So think about that. You need to swim deep in whatever the goals are that you're setting for next year. Don't spread yourself too thin, don't go too wide, don't make too many fuzzy goals that have no tangible win to them. How will you know if you've won? And don't make them too long either. Don't put something off too far into 2021 before you get the win. We're dopamine driven animals. That's all we are. Make sure it's something that can be achieved in the short term, that can be stacked as part of like a tangible block in the wall of a larger goal. So that may be, for example, a fat loss goal or something like that is an easy one. Measuring yourself and saying, yeah, okay, over the year I want to lose 10 centimeters, but so January's goal is just to lose a centimeter. But then in that wall analogy, couple it with, I want to get out and do a 1 mile walk, twice a week. Bang, you can do that. As soon as you've done that first week, it's easy. You took the win, write it down, visualize it. Marilyn Monroe said, think in ink. Write your goals down, put them somewhere visible, because it's out of sight, it's out of mind. Where your focus goes, then your energy flows. And it's important when focus and attention is such a rare commodity for us to get hold of these days, and it really is the thing that everyone is fighting for. People are fighting for your focus, fighting for your attention, and they don't really care if you make any progress in your goals, as long as you serve theirs, which is giving them your attention and sometimes giving them your money and things like that for various things. This is why I'm working with all of my clients on their goals for 2021. We do it every year. It's a very important part, and it's not a quick process either. Sometimes, I will challenge my clients on the real finer points of a goal, and often what may start out as one goal may turn into another, or may turn into an evolved form of that goal because they've not been specific enough, or they have thought they need to achieve an interim state before they achieve the true goal, which may be being closer to their family. For example, they might say, I want to spend one night a week at home. I'd be like, okay. Or no, let's say that the goal starts out as, I want to spend more time at home in January, or I want to spend more time at home next year. Yeah, right, okay. You think you know what that means, but what does that mean? Well, I wanna be at home more. Okay, well, let's break it down. Why do you think you want to be at home more? Because I want to be closer to my family. Right, okay. So immediately the goal has changed. Because you don't need to be home more to be closer to your family. And I'm not discouraging people from spending more time at home. What I mean is, there's different ways for you to get close to your family. That might be a conversation or a video call, or it might be a walk in the park, or it might be a trip to somewhere, or it might be just going food shopping with your son or your daughter or your wife or the person you want to develop a relationship with. So it's not just arbitrary, it's not just fucking time or whatever, because the amount of people that go, I want to spend more time at home. Well, I know friends, family and stuff that spend time together, but again, it's not the quantity, it's the quality. You know, some people that come home from work and they'll just sit on the fucking Xbox or watching Netflix for 4 hours. And if you look at it as simply a time metric, yes, they've spent time at home. They haven't spent quality time with their children. You know, and I'm not an expert. One of my goals, you know, is built around relationships for 2021, and the time I had with my daughter the other day was a perfect example. She had wanted to play a domino game where we stack them all up and knock them over and all this sort of stuff. And we spent probably an hour, no longer than an hour. But you know what? We spent that hour with TV off. My phone was in the study. It was in a separate room. And I'm not a perfect parent. I'm not pretending to be, right? But we started in the lounge. We got all the dominoes out. We were setting them up. You know what? I've probably got a video on here somewhere. I'll put it on the end of this one. And then we spent time ages setting them up. And the accidental beauty of this game that we played was I've got big fat fingers. So I wasn't as good as my daughter at setting up the dominoes. Kept knocking them over, you know? And how many times this was like, oh man, I mean, just thinking about it now, this is like a whole life analogy thing going on here. That I would set the dominoes up and I'd maybe get 10 or 20 or 30 dominoes set up. And I would accidentally flick one and the whole goddamn thing would fall off, you know, would fall down. You'd see it just all racked back to the beginning. And Lily would look at me and she'd be like, Daddy. And I'd be like, baby, I'm really not very good at this, because she was getting loads and we sort of started at different ends of this track that we'd made, this space on the carpet, and she was really far better than me at it. And I was saying, baby, you know, she's not as good as you at this, you know, I'm really not very good at it. And the moments that you catch when you're having little experiences like that, and I'm not saying everyone needs to get dominoes or whatever, I'm just saying. She said, Daddy, you're not rubbish. You're doing really well. And I thought, fuck, man. Oh, boom. Hit me. Do you know what I mean? Just moments like that. And there's another one, you know, a little bit later, where she said, yeah, Daddy, why don't you try doing this? Doing really well. Just believe in yourself. And I thought, Jesus, where's she getting that from? And it's not just me, you know, my wife is incredible as well, but, you know, we're coming back to this quality period where I spent a moment like that with no distractions, doing something that she wanted to do. And I took a lot of value from it, you know, and I try and create those moments as often as possible. So that's one example. So when my clients are speaking about time at home, we're breaking it really down and we're getting specific about, I want to spend 1 hour, or I will spend, 1 hour a week, 1 hour a day, whatever. A day's not really realistic, so I try and people start a week. I will spend 1 hour a week without television or my mobile phone with X person, your sister, your mum, your missus, your husband, your daughter, your son, whoever this person is you're trying to develop a relationship with, I will spend 1 hour undistracted with that person a week. That is a block. That is a block we can place into the wall, because the wall is create a stronger family dynamic. Yeah, what does that mean? Do you know what I'm saying? It's a very fucking wishy-washy, overarching, bloody, a bit corporate goal, to be honest with you. It needs to be personal. You know, I will spend 1 hour a week with my daughter Lily without phone or TV, and we will do an activity of her choice, which we will agree on Monday of every week. Wow, quite specific. You could even go again and go, we will agree on Monday of every week, and then write it on the fridge, or write it on a board, or whatever. Yeah? Get really specific about it. Then when you've got a few of these goals laid out, all of a sudden, all the small bricks, you know, develop into this larger wall, and we almost begin to, well, I mean, let's use this one. It's just something I've used before. Is we've created a map, yeah, and this analogy works in lots of ways. The map is also, you know, it's also a mnemonic. It's also for a massive action plan. That map is what is going to guide your life. You know, you see where I'm going with this. That massive action plan is a map that guides your goals, your values, your morals, and you know, you'll even use your moral compass to help steer you in the direction of the things that you truly want. So the direction might be a stronger relationship with my family. The destinations or waypoints on that journey may be an hour a week doing an activity of my daughter's choice once a week without telly and radio and mobile phones. You know, that is one of the waypoints. That is one of the destinations on the map. There may be other things on your map. You may have a fitness goal. That may be one of your goals as well. Now, when you can start stacking your goals, start aligning them with each other, then we can really start building momentum. You know, can I include a physical goal with a relationship goal? I mean, for me, as an example, I can. So you may have seen a couple of times, my daughter and my wife will be in the gym with me. They'll come to our private coaching gym facility, and they'll train with me. You know, helps my wife with her goal of getting stronger and fitter and better core stability to aid her. So I mean, think about how many colliding goals we've got here. So my wife, for example, she's working on her riding capabilities or horse riding. She's working on a technique, and within that, she's identified she wants to have a stronger core to help her riding ability. So she wants to fit a stronger core. She wants to spend more time. I want to spend more time with her. We want to spend more time as a family. She wants to get better at her riding. I continue to have fitness goals, and I also want to become a better coach. So let's just take that 1 hour in the gym that we have together, where it's me, my wife, and my daughter. In the gym, I'm coaching her with a fitness goal. I'm training her, so I'm becoming a better coach. I'm becoming closer to my wife. She's becoming closer to me. We're both having time with our daughter, who is also learning the principles of health and fitness. My wife is aiding her goal of becoming a stronger, more confident rider. And you know, how many things are we folding into a goal there? This is really important, guys. I can't stress this enough. Try and have goals that are in alignment. Have goals that can realistically serve each other as well as serving you. Yeah, don't do that puddle jumping analogy where the puddles are fucking miles away from each other. You know, where you're gonna have to completely remove yourself from one situation to jump into the next puddle goal, if you will. And then when you do that, you're never ever really making any progress. You get in there, and because it's a completely different goal to the other goal, and they don't have any carryover, they don't have any related benefits that can be served in the same situation, in the same environment, you never get a chance to swim deep in any one of them because you're jumping straight out again. So be careful with that one. And finally, I want to finish, as I appreciate I've taken up a lot of your time and you're busy people. These goals need to be yours. You know, they need to be your goals. And it has to be important to you, otherwise it won't keep you going when things get hard. If your goals are built around an ideology or an idea or an impression you have of somebody else's achievements, and you envy them for that, then you're not going to get that true fulfillment. You know, envy is ignorance. What you really are is probably ignorant of someone else's situation, because they will have their own challenges as well. And for you to envy them is offensive to yourself. You know, you steal away from your own potential and your own acknowledgement of the things you've done well, because you are envying somebody else. So envy is ignorance. And also, in saying that, you know, trying to imitate somebody else is also, you know, an act of suicide, in my opinion. Imitation is suicide, because when you're imitating somebody else and what you believe their goal is or isn't, or the way you admire or try to do your own version of their life, it's like committing suicide. You know, you're turning your back on where your true fulfillment lies, which is in you. You have everything you need. You are your greatest power source. And also, there's only one of you. There'll never be another you. Don't try and copy or duplicate or like or share or replicate or any of that of somebody else, because they also will never have what you have, which is you. So think about your goals for next year. Make them important to you, that are able to be aligned with other environments that you currently have, and make sure that they are a tangible part of a larger goal. Make sure they are a brick that can be put into your wall so that you can build your life. Hope this has made some sense. If you're still listening, I thank you for your time, and good luck. I'll see you at the top.